Did you know that blood clots can be silent but potentially fatal? Did you know that 3 out of 10 people who experience a blood clot will have another episode within 10 years? Today, we are going to talk about a very serious and extremely important topic for your health: deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. Also, we'll share 5 critical signs of deep vein thrombosis that should not be ignored. First of all, do you know what this is and why it's dangerous? Deep vein thrombosis is a condition where a blood clot forms in a deep vein, typically in the legs or arms. If the clot breaks free and travels to the lungs, it can cause a pulmonary embolism, or PE. Together, DVT and PE are referred to as venous thromboembolism, VTE, a serious and potentially life-threatening condition. The CDC estimates that blood clots of venous thromboembolism affect approximately 900,000 people annually in the U.S., causing up to 100,000 deaths each year. Pulmonary embolism, a severe complication of blood clots, leads to sudden death in about 1 out of 4 cases, often occurring without warning. Early diagnosis and treatment are vital to prevent serious complications. But what causes deep vein thrombosis, and who is at risk? These are the answers we will aim to provide in this video. Curious? Then don't delay and watch the video now. But first, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's make this the most liked video on the channel ever. Do you know anyone who has or has had DVT? What part of the world are you from? After you've watched the video, drop a comment below so we can get to know each other better. Now, let's talk about the 5 most critical signs which can help you open your eyes and pay attention to any changes in your body. Sign 1. Swelling in 1 or 2 legs. Swelling is one of the most common and earliest symptoms of DVT. It can happen to either or both legs. A blood clot causes swelling at this point. Because blood cannot flow freely in veins, particularly for veins without valves, the excess with which blood cannot leave the area leads to formation. The swelling of the foot or ankle is the first place DVT causes swelling, and this is generally where it begins. In some cases, the swelling can travel down through muscles of the lower leg or even up into those for harder-to-reach parts like thighs. Some individuals may experience mild and gradual swelling, while others might notice it developing quickly and more severely. Typically, swelling doesn't occur by itself. It usually brings pain or heaviness in the affected limb and abnormal skin coloration, which could mark areas that are bluer or paler due to a lack of blood supply. Sign 2. Leg pain. Leg pain is another critical warning sign of deep vein thrombosis DVT that shouldn't be ignored. This pain isn't the typical muscle soreness you might experience after exercising or spending a long day on your feet. Instead, it usually appears in the calf as a sharp stabbing sensation or as if there's a heavy weight pressing down on your leg. It's quite difficult to pinpoint exactly. The pain usually gets worse when standing or moving the leg and may feel somewhat relieved when the leg is elevated. This occurs because a blood clot obstructs proper blood flow, causing increased pressure that results in pain. Often this type of pain is what motivates people to see a doctor. Another distinctive sign is heightened sensitivity. You might find the leg extremely tender to touch, especially along the area affected by the clot. Gentle pressure often reveals specific points that are particularly painful, closely matching the clot's location. Be alert if these symptoms arise suddenly, particularly if they're accompanied by swelling, redness, or warmth in your leg. It's easy to dismiss such discomfort as just muscle strain or a minor sports injury, but persistent leg pain combined with other symptoms is serious and warrants immediate medical attention. Sign 3. Warm skin and redness. Another important sign of a blood clot in the deep veins is a change in body temperature and appearance. The skin overlying a clot can seem warmer than surrounding areas or your other leg. The increased warmth is largely the body's reaction to the obstruction in a vein, causing it to become inflamed and then start healing itself. Blood, though held back through interrupted flow, still accumulates, so warmth feels as if it were being continuously exuded from the place. Accompanying increased warmth, the skin may display redness. This ranges from some pinkish hue to bright crimson. Changed skin color is one more consequence of inflammation and an attempt by the body to improve blood flow around a blockage. Depending on the clot size and location, redness may appear either in a specific area or as scattered patches. Awareness of warm skin and redness is crucial for diagnosis and treatment. But being subtle, these signs may be missed entirely or confused with some other disease of the skin and muscles that causes swelling. Should further changes happen in your body, therefore, it is important to seek medical help immediately, especially when accompanied by common symptoms of DVT, such as leg pain or swelling. If you notice a part of your leg that feels abnormally warm or looks reddened, especially if you have risk factors for DVT, then the best thing to do is go see a healthcare professional immediately. Sign 4. Dilated superficial veins. Another key sign of deep vein thrombosis is the appearance of dilated superficial veins in the affected leg. This symptom might not be as familiar as others, but it definitely bears watching for, particularly in those whose work or other activities involve prolonged standing or sitting. A blood clot that obstructs normal flow through the deep veins causes a backup of blood. The body tries to compensate by diverting the flow into superficial veins. This can make those veins protrude more, even to the point of bulging right under your skin. The dilation of superficial veins is not just a symptom, it is the body's response to establish detours around the clot. This is called collateral circulation, and it is a sign that requires medical attention. It should be noted that these are not the same as everyday varicose veins, which come on gradually and can result from inheritance, getting older, pregnancy, or way-of-life factors such as lengthy periods of standing or sitting down. The dilated veins associated with DVT typically come on much more suddenly and usually are accompanied by the other symptoms we have been describing. If you suddenly notice a change in one of your superficial veins, or just in general, with or without other possible DVT symptoms, do not wait and seek medical help immediately. Before we continue, I've got some exciting news to share. If you enjoy our content and want access to exclusive benefits, become a channel member. As a member, you will unlock some amazing perks like early access to new videos, priority replies to your comments, members-only shorts, polls, quizzes, and special emojis and loyalty badges just for you. Just click the join button and be part of this community that values health and well-being. Your support helps us keep bringing high-quality content for you. Sign 5. Difficulty breathing and chest pain. This last sign is the most important and requires urgent attention. Chest discomfort and difficulty breathing may indicate by a blood clot reaching the lungs, leading to a potentially fatal disorder called pulmonary embolism. A pulmonary embolism results from a clot developed elsewhere, usually in the leg, breaks free and travels through the bloodstream, finally landing in the lungs. This blockage causes normal blood flow to the lungs to be disrupted, so it is a medical emergency needing immediate treatment. Usually developing suddenly, symptoms could quickly get worse. Severe dyspnea might leave a sufferer unable to acquire enough air. Reduced oxygen levels in the blood causes this trouble breathing to be accompanied by anxiety, fast heartbeats, palpitations, vertigo, or sometimes fainting. Often severe and exacerbated with deep breaths, coughing, bending over, or lying down, PE-related chest discomfort can resemble that of a heart attack. Anyone having these symptoms, especially those with known risk factors for deep vein thrombosis or those who have lately been diagnosed with DVT, should immediately seek emergency medical attention. Early treatment greatly decreases the risk of major or fatal consequences related to pulmonary embolism. What are the risk factors for DVT? The list is fairly extensive, but here are the main ones to be aware of. A history of blood clots, long-term immobility, such as that occurring from long flights or being bedridden, obesity, recent surgery, smoking, pregnancy, use of hormonal contraceptives, or hormone replacement therapy. As for prevention, it's crucial to keep both well hydrated and moving. Stand up and go for a walk once in a while, especially when you're working in front of the computer for long periods. Watching your weight and getting regular physical exercise can be excellent ways to prevent deep vein thrombosis from happening to you. In terms of treatment, doctors generally prescribe anticoagulant drugs, blood thinners, in order to prevent an existing blood clot from getting larger and to stop new ones from forming. In more serious cases, surgery or other treatments may be needed to get rid of the clot. Sometimes a doctor will put a filter in the big vein in the abdomen so that clots can't travel to your lungs and create potentially life-threatening problems such as pulmonary embolism. Are you experiencing any of these signs of DVT? We'd love to hear from you. If you found this information helpful, type yes in the comment box below. Consider subscribing to our channel and turn on notifications. We release new videos every week. Your likes and comments really keep us going. They show us what you want to see more of. Share this video with people you know who are interested in health-related content. Thanks for watching.